Now, Mom, you have any idea how old this tree is?
I have no idea because I thought it was old when we moved here.
And that would have been 1951.
Uh-huh.
And it was old then.
Uh-huh.
After today, with some of these pieces of equipment and the help of Randall and Tom and, well, Mom, maybe, who knows, it's gonna be nothing but a memory. Let's get started. Well, what are we going to do? I think maybe we ought to...
Well, we need to put the
Just
rocks.
take the
Rocks out.
Okay, so are they all the way around?
Mainly from
Mainly
here
over
to
here.
there.
Am I going to get any?
You got some, yeah.
Rocks are the hardest thing to haul. Boy, it's hard to grab rocks. I got one. I think we have to do it by hand. I tell you what, I'll dig them out.
Let me just recommend that you not use this approach, and I'll be showing you why later on in the episode. Meanwhile, I should have used the lower teeth on this particular root grapple to dig those rocks out, not the upper clamp.
I've bent my new 320 grapple, Christy.
Dragging backwards with it open.
I don't know if that's when I did it, but it may have been when I first grabbed that big pile of rock. Yeah, not working like it's supposed to. I don't think I can do anything with this. This is still pretty good shape. I wouldn't, I'm just playing at this point. I'm not expecting to be able to. But I think you'll be able to just pull it over.
I don't know. That acted pretty solid.
It is act pretty solid.
That's what I was afraid of. I'm probably right on top of the water line with that foot.
Yeah, you're going to be right on it, I'm thinking. I think that's right in the trend.
I think it is. That's why it went soft like that.
Yeah. Whoa, that should work here, I think.
We're going to have to dig it out if we want it out.
You're doing good. You're doing good. Can you try prying higher? Just pull the top off of it?
Guess that's really all you're wanting anyway, isn't it? So you can grind it.
I'm not really too worried about the roots being down there.
Yeah, as long as we can mow over it.
That's really tearing up the yard. I'm dragging myself to it.
Smaller piece off the side. There you go.
Try the south side. I think that south side's pretty. It's a lot more rock right in there. Maybe.
Boy,
Yeah.
that's pretty solid.
It is pretty solid.
It's kind of amazing. Thing is, Tom, we're missing a good wiener roast here.
Oh, I know that. Ain't that sad?
Your planning, I'm a little doubtful on
Well,
the wisdom of your planning.
How tall of a stump can you grind? That'd be an
How
awful
much
lot
time
of
do we have? Ah, there you go. Good.
That amazes me how stiff the thing still is.
Yeah. Try pushing that. I think this was red maple, wasn't it, Tom?
it didn't have the little.
It didn't have the helicopters, no.
Yeah.
It had big, broad leaves.
Yeah, big old nice tree. So much. Looks like we're about 10 years too early on this.
That's one way to look at it. Or 2 days in a match.
I don't know, 4 or 5 winter roasts and what we should have done, I guess.
Well, since it had a hole under it, you would think.
We could have got that to take if it had the hole under it.
Try digging on the side here just a little bit. We'll want this down to the same ground level anyway.
Well, even if it's humpy, as long as we can mow over, it's all. I wasn't really wanting to pull up those roots because I thought we were afraid we would get the water line.
Yeah. Yeah. You bust that all the way out here, that's helping us.
Yeah, that's good stuff there coming out. Don't do that, Tim. Don't do that. You're going to have.
I got the other side bent already.
You're going to match. They're going to match
You
here.
gotta match it now.
Unbelievable. Well, I've done it. This tractor is set at 2,900 PSI, and I've got both sides of this grapple bent already.
They match.
Yeah, I got a matching pair.
Well, at least they're equal.
So you can have a look right there. You can see the bends. See where the paint's broken there. I believe we're gonna have to go back to the drawing board on this particular design and improve that a little bit.
I've never dug out a stump where I wanted to break it up like this. Generally, when we dig out trees, we want all the roots out. So you dig way away from the tree to get all the roots. So this is a different idea than we normally have. That's quite a chunk.
I think that's the only way that stump's going to come out of there is get that big roots around the outside of it.
Here, sit still there a second. You think I've made a big enough mess of it, Nate, yet?
I don't know. I was wondering to see how long it would take me to grind. I don't know if I can hardly grind there yet.
Pretty too high yet? You got your top link sucked up?
I may have to.
Need to get a way fixed up to put a backhoe seat on that thing so you can sit backwards and look at it.
Yeah.
Am I in the danger zone for this chips off of it? I may have to close my window.
You run the grinder. I'll back up when you get done. Pull it towards you, gently. Put it on 706.
That'd be fun. You want to?
I don't know. You reckon we tear it up?
Well, I don't think we'd hurt the tractor.
Wait a minute. Let's hang on. Let's shut it down a minute. Mom had some.
She did have a brick up there when she had her flower pot up there. Brick in there. But I figured it was down below.
And I think it
Man,
got,
that'd be good woods dirt right there. There's a brick.
that's the one I was looking for. Right there.
Well, you got a better memory than me.
Well,
No,
I
it is
remember
so-
having one up there, but I figured it was all gone.
Okay. Yeah, you can resume. That thing's quite a deal.
That'd have been a pretty big old chunk of maple to make something out of if you could have got it
Yeah,
out of
but
there.
how would you ever done
Yeah.
it?
That's pretty
mean machine, buddy.
Reckon a 706? Reckon a 706 would do better?
The hydraulics control wouldn't be.
No. You're not hurting for power.
Well, we've got it going real slow. I've got a flow control on it. This one feels a little stronger in the PTO than my last one did.
Really?
I think so. It's the first time I've used a PTO, but
Well, that's pretty cool. It gives you PTO speed there on your
yeah.
shoulder when it's pulling it down and everything. It's amazing. For me standing here running it, it's hard for me to feel the tractor because I'm not sitting on it feeling it.
Yeah.
Well, it's pulling down, you couldn't even tell it.
It's going to take a while like this.
Well, it wasn't going to go the other way.
Yeah, I don't think you were going to get it, do you?
No. Without digging it out.
Without really digging it out. I find that fascinating. We didn't move anything, but when you go back over the same path, it may not be any longer than you think. It may be rotten a lot of the place. I don't know. Now you're hearing it.
You got a brave cameraman.
Yeah.
That camera person, she's not going to miss anything. I mean, right up there amongst all the chips.
That's why she gets paid the big money. That's a good feeling when you see it take a big, deep bite like that. The bigger the chips you see, the more productive you're being. I'm serious.
Yeah.
Hey, she's getting shorter. It's a lot easier when you're doing that. My neck was already hurting.
Oh my gosh, yes.
That little tractor's got some want to about it though. It'll keep it chugging.
Yeah, I think it's got more power than the other one did. The other one didn't seem to. Once you pulled it down, it didn't seem to have as much.
I suppose I could kill it, couldn't I?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Just
Pulled her down to 1,500.
Try out your PTO clutch. Get her broke in. What you got? 8 hours on it now?
probably. 0.3 on the PTO.
It's getting dried out.
Yeah, it's getting dried out.
The soot level is 7, so it's cleaned out.
Oh, okay.
It just operates so fast compared to little Johnny.
Well, you don't move the lever all the way one direction.
I can't help it. It's it's habit. That's the only way Johnny's will move.
It'll be a lot smoother if you speed it up.
Well, I slowed it down because it was jerking so much, I thought. It's certainly got a lot more power.
That one roots really.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
That one there going out there is big time. I can feel that shake me clear over here.
Yeah.
Doesn't take much on the swing.
Nope.
Hey,
Hey, you're
all
making
right.
headway on it now.
I think you're going to have to grind a little more and let the chips fall where they may.
That was pretty scientific.
Well, anyway, that cut 30 minutes off the grinding time.
I think our cameraman, she needs a job on the Discovery Channel.
Yeah,
She gets right in there where it's at.
he's cutting now.
I'll tell you what, that's a mean machine.
It's fun to watch it right there at the wheel. You can see it take out the grain of the wood right there at
Yeah. It's kind of mesmerizing.
the... Yeah.
Christy says it's boring, but she doesn't know what she's talking about.
Well, it would be boring to just go watch it over and over, but it's fun to watch the cutting wheel.
If you don't have to mow, it doesn't matter how big the holes are you put in your yard.
Exactly, yeah.
If we mowed it with the big tractor, it wouldn't be a problem, you know?
Right,
But we
yeah.
don't. And I'm glad.
Well, Randall, we got her out of there.
We kind of made a mess, didn't
Well, and that's just it. You're going to leave me.
we? I'm sorry.
You're going to leave us right here in this mess, and Tom and I are going to have to get it out on our own, I guess, or get all this mess picked up. So,
Well, I think y'all went about it the right way.
well, we didn't dig as much as we would have had to with the, if you'd have dug it purely with the backhoe, right?
Oh gosh, it really helped. That grinding really helped. But I think the best plan with that grinder was is grinder and let the chips fall where they may. You had
said
some.
it.
You had some big chips there, man. There's some big old slices there.
Well, Randall, you've got an Easter family dinner tonight. It's the
Yeah.
day before Easter. I realize it's later when you're seeing this, but so you got to get out of here.
Yeah.
Tom and I will see what we can do.
We'll make a mess out of it
We'll
somehow.
try not to find anything that needs heavy lifting.
Yeah, as
What do you
long as
say?
we're not over there for the. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Too light for heavy lifting and too heavy for light lifting or something. Yeah, now dumper. I don't know, that's not a real good dump truck.
No, it's not real good. It's not wide enough, long enough, or big enough sideboards.
He got the wrong bucket now.
Yeah.
You didn't get your grapple.
You think I can use it?
Then we won't have to worry about the dirt.
Yeah.
Cool. Gonna have to drive it.
I think this way we won't have you won't have to get the dirt so bad either.
Folks, I promised you that I would tell you and show you if I bent this grapple, and well, I hoped it would never happen. But I just want to show you I'm true to my promise. And this is not easy for me because I really like this grapple, and I didn't think there was any way I would bend it. I'm going to talk to the manufacturer and see what they have to say. I'm certain that just a little bit more reinforcement and everything will be fine, but yeah. I didn't think that I abused it too much. I did pull backwards a little bit with the upward tine on the right side when I bent it. I don't know. I guess that's what caused it. And maybe I'm just going to have to be more careful. But I really, for me, I'm going to have a grapple, I think, that I don't have to be extremely careful with. So we'll get it reinforced. We're getting there, Tom.
Yeah. I was beginning to think I was going to be hauling the rest of the evening.
Well, yeah, I was kind of wondering too, but
It kind of coming together here.
Tom, I think we're ready for my favorite attachment, the tiller.
Well, we'll see if we can scrounge one up here.
Yeah, I think what you said was it's buried behind a lot of stuff. It was not going to be easy to get to tonight.
Oh, it'll be an hour getting to it, probably.
Like a lot of our projects, you know, if it looks like it's going to be too tough, well, what do? We put it off.
What can we say?
Hey, what we're going to do, I think, and what we've been doing is taking this root grapple. This is a root grapple, and now we see why, don't we?
Yeah, it does dandy job in roots.
Dandy
Really
job
good.
in roots.
Really good.
And that's what we're doing. We're running those tines about 3 or 4 inches deep, and just it's finding the roots, and then we can pry them out of there pretty good.
And it digs up some big roots.
Yeah.
Amazing size, how big they
I
were.
think the soil being a little bit wet,
Yeah.
probably helping out
And
a
them
little bit.
being a little bit rotten, or
Yeah.
I mean, where they're at least they're not, you know.
Now, I'm praising it for digging up the roots, and at the same time, I'm sad because we did bend it up a little bit. And like I say, we're going to see what the manufacturer says about that. This video was shot the day before Easter, as you saw. I did contact the manufacturer. I sent him the video clips from this project and explained what had happened. We could see this come upward, bend upward. As soon as he saw those clips, he says, oh, I can come up with an easy fix for that. That's not going to be a problem. So we decided to hold the video until we got the fix. So we have it right here. We've got 2 extra bars here with this pin. In other words, this hinge point right here did not exist at all, allowing the cylinder to push upward. So if you were clamping real hard, the cylinder could push upward. All of this could come up like it did. So that's the fix. Now, about my usage, he made clear, do not use these top tines to drag in anything, any hard soil. The left one, in the video, you saw that I'd pulled against and caught the tree, the stump there. And the right one, you saw that I had got it in some rocks early on. So don't do that. And the bottom tines, totally different. They're built to handle it. So use those when you really need to try to dig into something hard and pry on something hard. This episode clearly showed that I could do whatever I wanted to the bottom tines. This part of the grapple is the same one I had before, the bottom tines. The only thing that I have new are the clamps. So in addition to this hinge here being changed and being added, I could say, this was shortened a little bit, okay, to remove some of that leverage. And the tines were made a little bit longer, just the way the geometry worked. The tines were made a little bit longer. The opening, it's still the big mouth. It opens the same width as before, essentially 4 feet, which is pretty amazing, and still an incredible grapple. Now, what about yours? If you've already got a Mini 320 from Precision Manufacturing, this only applies to the Mini 320. The 322 is made differently with the cylinders out here. The 327 is made differently if you've got one of those new ones. We're going to be showing it very soon in an upcoming video. This issue only applies to the 320. So if you have one of those and you're using it on a stock 1025R, I don't expect you to have any issue with this bending. I don't think a 1025R in its stock pressure is strong enough to cause that bend. If for some reason you have seen that bend, maybe you're using it on a 2038R, or maybe you have increased the hydraulic pressure on your 1025R, you have an issue with it, Precision Manufacturing will fix it. If you haven't had an issue, well, probably don't worry about it because mine happened on the very first usage here. At least on this tractor. Let's get back to the video.
It does a do-wah ditty.
A do-wah ditty, huh? What's a do-wah ditty?
That's a good question. One went one way and one went the other. That's a do-wah ditty.
That's a do-wah ditty.
That's
right
a
there.
do-wah ditty.
That is a do-wah ditty. Okay, we got that. We got that under control. I'm glad we learned that. My question to you is, are you going to do anything more with this before you plant corn?
Well, if we could get a chance to get a tiller on it, I think that'd be a really good, yeah, we'll try to do that.
It'd be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I wish we had our backhoe holes filled up here a little bit, but.
Yeah, I think with the tiller we could do that if we got it all loose, and who knows, we may have a chance to come back at it. Meanwhile, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. It didn't turn out quite like we'd liked, but on the other hand, we got the job done.
Since when does it always turn out like you hope? You know?
Yeah, that's the way it goes. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time on Tractor Time with Tim.
An honest witness does not deceive, but a false witness pours out lies. Proverbs 14:5.
Hello, come in.
Hello, come in. Tom, that is the goofiest look I've ever seen. Look at that. You look like a robot man. Surely we can do better than that.
I think he's wanting it clipped on his pocket so he wouldn't bend over and don't fall
That's
out.
what my plan was.
Well, that's fine. You can clip it on your pocket. At least it wouldn't be right up in your nose.
You just got to wear bibs, then you got it all figured out.